Hello, welcome back. I'm Ms.Chenise and I'm here at the Wishing Well at Unity of Orange County to offer another Sunday exploration for your growth in love, in God, in consciousness, and with each other. I'm so glad that you're here to join me today. This is the last of Loving Kindness Month as we're getting ready to move into March, and I have a wonderful, wonderful session planned for you. So I'm so excited that you're here with me, and I invite you all to get ready to stand up so we can do our opening verse, get our bodies and our minds and our hearts moving so we're open to the living waters of spirit so we can all fill ourselves with the well of love and life that is God. So if you're with me, get ready to stand up. All right, so we're standing up. We spread our feet nice and wide like the roots of a strong, strong tree. And we start by aligning with the earth, and we say, the earth is firm beneath my feet. Feel the power of the earth. Say it again with me. The earth is firm beneath my feet. The sun shines bright above. Again, the sun shines bright above. Now we're going to turn into an arrow. Here I stand so straight and tall. So straight and tall. All things to know and love. All things to know and love. Blessed be. All right. Doesn't that feel good to wake up your body, wake up your heart, wake up your spirit? Let's get into our exploration for the day. Come on over. All right. So before we get into our story today, which I'm so excited to share with you, it's a beautiful story that found me, and I love when stories find you. We're going to do a little opening meditation so we can just get centered and clear out all of the noise of our day and just open up our hearts, our spirit, our souls, and our awareness. That's all that we can think about to the presence that's in us, because we know that God is in each one of us, and all we have to do is just tune in, go a little bit quiet, and listen to the voice of spirit within us. So I'm going to ring this bell, and you're just going to listen to my words, and we're going to journey together into the presence of God. So get comfy. I invite you to close your eyes and listen to the sound of the bell. Take a big breath in and let it out. I'm going to do it again. Take a big breath in and we let it out. And just feel yourself in this space. Feel yourself here, wrapped in a big hug of light from God. Arms of light wrapping around you, holding you. You are safe, you are happy, you are whole. And I invite you to put your hands on your heart. Feel that warmth. Find that space. And breathing in, we're going to think in our minds, I am love. Breathing out, I give love. Breathing in, I am love. Breathing out, I give love. You can drop your hands on your lap. Just rest here in the presence for a moment and feel the beam of starlight, a beam of sunlight coming from far, far, far above. And it comes and it beams down through the top of you and fills your whole body with light, going all the way back down to the earth, to the roots of the trees and the stones, and your center, and you're here. So when you hear the sound of the bell, that's an invitation to come back and open your eyes. Hi, beautiful soul. So glad you're here. So at the Wishing Well, we fill ourselves up with God's wisdom, and so we can have more to give to others. We have lots of neighbors who love to come to the wishing well. I can't wait to see you in person. But for now, I'm so glad that you're joining me via wherever you are, because wherever you are, guess what? God is. Hi, Newman. That's our neighbor dog. He's excited. I think he wants to come over and hear the story with us. So, our affirmation for this week in our study is love. Last time we explored somebody loves you. This week we're going to explore how we can grow God's seeds of love that He planted in us. So, we have an affirmation. And an affirmation is just a fancy word for speaking a truth out loud and proud to make it stronger. So we're going to say our affirmation together for this day. And our affirmation is, I am love. I am love. I am love. I grow God's love when I show God's love. And that's what we're going to explore today. And our story comes to us by the author Susan Verde, and the beautiful artwork is by Peter Reynolds. And the book we're going to read together is I Am Love. Would you look at that? A book of compassion. All right, so get comfy and let's see what the story is all about. When I see someone going through a storm, of hurt and unfairness, of anger and sadness, when the sun disappears and the skies grow dark, and I see there is fear, I ask myself, what can I do to help let the light back in? I put my hands on my heart and listen, and that is when I find the answer. I have compassion. I act with tenderness. I am love. I can listen and not say a word. I can be there. Love is being present. I can hug and hold and say, everything will be all right. Love is comfort. I can speak softly and choose my words and actions carefully. Love is gentle. I can give thanks for all I have and am able to share. Love is gratitude. I can keep my mind and body safe and healthy. Love is taking care of me. I can express what's important to me. Love is creative. I can know that no one is perfect. Love is understanding. I can do my best to make things better when something is wrong. Love is effort. I can celebrate those I've loved before. Love is remembering. I can find goodness in a kind word, a helping hand, or a shared smile. Love is tiny gestures. I can breathe in the air that the whole world shares and know all creatures are made from the very same stardust. Love is connection. When the clouds roll in, for others and for me, I know that there is something I can do. I can let my heart lead the way. I am love. You are love. We are love. And with love, we will weather the storm and light up the sky together. And that's how it was. What do you think about that story? All the ways that this young person found a way to share love and let the light back into someone else. Do any of those pictures stand out to you? Is there any way that you can think of that you might be able to brighten up someone's stormy day? Anyone that you're knowing going through something that might need a little bit of extra light, a little bit of extra love? Well, I think that we can create something that can show someone else a little bit more light and a little bit more love. But we can only give that to others once we feel that love for ourselves. So I want you to take a moment right now and just take a look around wherever you are and see if you can notice how God is sharing love with you right now, right where you are, where you can feel it right here. Is it something you see? Something you hear? Maybe the smell of brownies cooking? Find something where you sense and feel that God loves you right now, and we'll come back. So I found so many things that shows me that God loves me. One being that I get to spend some time here with you, exploring something that I love, and that really lights me up. Whether it's the nature beneath me or the sun that's shining far away, I know that God is right here. And God has something for us to do together so that we can show someone else that we love them. And what you're going to need for this, for a craftivity, I have a supply list. So once you know the supplies you're going to need, you might want to pause, go run and get your supplies, and come on back. So for this, we're going to need paper, heavy or light, scissors, glue or tape, a pencil, a pen or a Sharpie, some crayons, markers, or colored pencils, a string or rubber bands if you have them, a straw or a skewer, and a happy heart. Ready to explore and get curious and make something really awesome. So go get your materials, come on back, and we're going to make our love and action Thaumatrope. Yes. Welcome back. Did you get all of your supplies? I have mine right here, just in case you forget anything that you need. They'll be laid out right here for you. So for today's craftivity, where we are going to create something that activates the love in us, because we know we have seeds in love that God has planted in us, but we have to grow them. So we grow them by showing and sharing love. So for today, we're going to be making a Thomatrope. Say that with me, Thomatrope. A Thomatrope is a toy, kind of like an old-fashioned video game that they made a couple hundred years back. And you're going to need paper, because you're going to create two images, one on each side of the paper, that when you combine them together will make a beautiful, beautiful picture. So I'm going to show you mine. This is what we're going to start with. So let's see if this works for you. Oh, I have to do it upside down on my side, so it's right side up for you. Ready? And we're going to twist it. Whee! What does that say? I am love. On one side, it has I am. On the other side, it has love. So this is what we're going to experiment making today. We're going to just do one, but I encourage you, you can keep making these Thaumatropes with so many different images, whatever lights up your heart. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing you're going to need is to get your paper. If you're using thin paper, you're going to fold it in half, and you're going to grab a cup, or I have my little wishing well bucket, something round to trace the bottom of. So we're going to get our pen, and you can actually make two Thaumatropes out of just this one paper. We're going to trace the bottom. Like that. voila. We're gonna cut that out. So you cut yours out, I'm gonna cut mine out, and I'll see you in just a few seconds. All right, from one, there's two. That's just like from God. From the source, here we all are. So we have our two little matching circles, and what we're going to do for this is we are going to write right in the center of our circle. Actually, you know what? We're going to start with the big image first, because we're going to want to be able to fit our word inside of the heart. So with your pen or your pencil, you're going to draw a nice big heart that goes almost all the way to the edge of the circle. Nice big roundy heart. Just like that. Now, take your second piece of circular paper, line it right up on there. And if you can't see it, you can hold it up to the light. Oh, see that? And then you're going to write the words, I am. I am that I am. Now, get your heart back again. We're going to write right here. What are we? We are love. I am love. You are love. I am love. Now these look separate, but when we spin them together, let's see what happens. We have our two images, and now we're going to fill in this heart. So, I love colors. So grab your colors, your crayons or your markers or your colored pencils, and fill in that heart as unique as you like. I love rainbows, so you will be doing lots of rainbows with me when we meet, because all of the colors are just so beautiful. And if you do this in the sunlight, when you make your two images, you can hold it up to the sun and be able to really see that heart through that paper, so you know exactly where to write your message inside. So when you turn it, it will appear to be together. So I made this nice little rainbow guy inside my love, and I have the I am. Now the last thing you could do is, if you have a nice thick Sharpie, to really make it pop, you can go back over and outline. I just love Sharpies because it'll make it really, really bold. And they used to make these on wood. I used to etch them. So see, I'm just going back over to make it a little bit brighter. And this one we're doing is with the string or the rubber band that you have. But you can also use a straw or a skewer or a stick. So once you have this, the funny thing is that you have to flip one of them upside down in order for them to match. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? So now what you're going to do is you're going to get your glue stick or your glue or your tape, and you're just going to glue these together. Remember, see that I am is upside down and the heart is right side up. Line them up so that that I am is right inside that heart above the love. Press them together. Cap back on the glue. Now we're going to make two little holes on the side that we're going to put our string or our rubber band through. And I'm just going to use the tip of my pen, but you want something that's just a little bit. Don't go all the way to the edge. You don't want to break it. So just poke. If you have a nail, if you have a paper clip, you can poke that way. See, one little poke. Two little pokes. And now we're going to get some string and just tie a string on each side so that we can twirl it. So go ahead and make your pokes, grab your rubber band or your string, and I'll meet you back in just a few moments. All right, so I got my string. I used some jute, some kind of thicker thin string, strong string, and I cut it, and I'm just gonna tie one little knot, two little knots. Cool, see? Got a little tail. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. If you're using a rubber band, you would cut the rubber band in half and do the same thing that I'm doing now, but with a rubber band. The rubber band's great because it spins super fast. And the faster the spin, the more accurate the image, the more magical it is. All right, so we'll test it out. So you can do a little jump rope with it to get it all twisted up. And now let's see if I'm gonna send this over to you. Let's see what happens. Is it working? Can you see that? I am love. And you just made your first Thaumatrope. Now this is the very first one, but you don't have to stop there. You already have all of your materials out. Can you think of something that might brighten someone else's day up? Maybe a flower and a bumblebee? Maybe a butterfly? Think of an image that you could combine two different things, maybe a winking eye. Let's see if I have any others. Oh, I just happened to. Let's see. Let's see. So what's this one? Well, what's that? I think it might be. Is it a chrysalis? No, it's a butterfly. I think if I got that, that might brighten my day, right? If I love butterflies, let's see what else is in here. What's in here? Oh, one of my favorite things. What's this? What's this? It's a peace sign. Look at how fun that is. And that's like what we're asked to do from this lesson of being love, showing love. We have to activate it. We can't just let it sit. We might think loving thoughts, and that's great. But we also have to show and share our love. And when we get action like this, it gives us even more energy to spread even more love. And lastly, if you don't have string, but you do have a straw, you might just want to make one of those and attach it to a straw. And let's see what happens. Woo! I am love in action. Get it? So I hope that you had fun making these Thaumatropes with me. My challenge is to you to see this is for you so that you know that you are always loved by God. But my challenge is to make some Thaumatropes for someone else. Maybe a little brother or sister, maybe you can mail one to a grandparent, but see what you can do. See how creative you can be, because I know you are creative. There's so many different images you can do. So I thought I'd share one more with you. Not a little tiny heart, but a big, huge rainbow heart, just like you. So I thank you for joining me. I can't wait to see you in person soon. But until then, just know that you are loved and you are love. And whenever you need to remember that, you can just put your hands on your heart and feel that connection. And we're going to close with our prayer for protection, which is, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you. See you next time, well-wishers and seekers.